Hey guys, so we're gonna do a weekly tarot read. I'm gonna get back into them. I know I have been so busy with clients. Of course, I'm always busy with that. Then of course I have a job, and then I've been doing a lot of missing person. I've been focusing on that a lot of things with Gabby Petito and other missing persons. If you check my content, especially even the unsolved mysteries, I added that to my channel. I'm going to be doing more unsolved mysteries and things like that with different cases, but we're going to do a weekly tarot read. We're going to get that going on. We are in the last week of Mercury retrograde. It ends on the 18th. Yes. Okay, it ends on the 18th, which is really good. So I'm going to kind of get a collective read out there for everybody, kind of focus on what's going on, what we can look forward to, how we going to get through this last week. Now, the good thing is when you get to the end of Mercury retrograde, things do start kind of easing off a little bit. And the beginning is usually the big one. That's where things, but like last week I had some issues. I had some, I woke up in the morning to go to my job. My job is work at home, so it's not really go to, but, go sit down, do my job, and the internet was out, and so I'm calling the internet and I'm like, what's going on? And everything. Then I had one of my bank accounts started, there was some issue and I had to get it fixed and it got fixed. And it was, so I've dealt with a little Mercury retrograde, some bumps, nothing major. I mean, things I got through, but some people have dealt with some real hard things with this Mercury retrograde. The Facebook outage. Okay. The Facebook outage, that was a big one. Yeah, with that at first, and I know a lot of you were like this, you're on your phone, I'm going to reboot my phone, what's going on, and everything like that. And then all along, it was just, Mercury retrograde. So no doubt, but, the Mercury retrograde kind of hit Facebook right after the whistleblower that came out on 60 Minutes. A coincidence? I don't know. That's just a weird, maybe that was a sign for Mark. Maybe that was a sign or something that some things got to change. Maybe spirits trying to wake him up, and kind of, get into the program and kind of part the ways and kind of shake it up a little bit. Like, Mark, maybe you need to do something different. How about those Instagram girls? Okay. Maybe we got to do some things different, right? So sometimes a little shake it up, Mercury retrograde does its thing. But yeah, that was a big one. The Facebook outage, it shut down Instagram, WhatsApp, and all that stuff. That was a big one. But Mercury retrograde does show like that, okay? That's the thing it does. So let's get to it. Let's get to the collective. What's the message here? And stuff. And let me adjust, you guys. Always got to do it. Okay, there we go. So we're going to kind of focus. As you can see, I have a million cards over this way and stuff. And let me smooth that out a little bit. Here we go. So we're going to kind of do some shuffling. I'm going to do the big old, we're going to do a Rider-Waite read, This time I'm going to do just good old Rider-Waite. And we're going to kind of get it going on here and kind of see what the message is with this Mercury retrograde. Tail end of it, the last week pretty much. Okay, the last week. And I know you guys are ready for it. Okay, I know you're ready for it. You're like, enough of this retrograde. This is a hard one to shuffle. Let's flip it around. Yeah, but I got to get more content going. One of the things I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to start reading the signs again. I do have a thing there, reading the signs for the month, kind of what's going on. And I'm going to probably pick that up in November because I know that a lot of people want to kind of see what's going on in their sign and stuff. And you could also, when you see those astrology things, if you want to read, if you're a real strong moon sign person or ascendant person, you can read those, watch those videos for your sign, because they do have an impact too. The big three have, they all have an impact. But the main one is to focus on is the sun sign, of course. That's the one we're meant to, we're coming into here to develop a sun sign. So we always don't remember that. But some people are more of a moon person. Okay. But yeah, I'll look at some more unsolved mysteries. I want to do some more of those and get those going on. Okay, here we go. We're all shuffled. Let's cut the deck. Right there looks good. That's what's calling me. So what can we look forward to with this collective? Yeah. Okay, so we've got the Five of Wands in the reverse position. So we could be dealing with a little bit of conflict, things kind of breaking down. But conflict even with other people. You will probably see even in the media, some people kind of going at it. God, they've been doing this for a while. But we're going to see a little bit more of that, that conflict. But even during this time, as it's a reversal, you may be dealing with a little inner turmoil, okay? Inner conflict also this can reflect. So sometimes that outer stuff that is going on creates an inner conflict as well. So we could be, just the struggle is real. Okay, the struggle is real during Mercury retrograde. Let's move that there. And I've got the star, and it's in the reverse position. I know some of you just, the light at the end of the tunnel, it is coming. But I know some of you feel kind of hopeless with everything that's going on. I know the group members have been very affected by Mercury retrograde. And, there is a way out of it. It's going to get better, guys. So try to be optimistic during this time. It can be very frustrating. It could seem like the guides are being silent, and they're just not helping you. It's like, leave me out of this mess. Okay. I know there's some people I've kind of seen, things are feeling very hopeless, but they're not. Oh, dear God, justice reversed. Okay, justice reverse. So it's a very karmic type of card. So one of the things with this Mercury retrograde is some people are facing certain karmic issues and karmic lessons during this time. And that's one of the things when things are breaking down, falling apart. Oh my God, my bank account. Oh my God, this, that. I lost my job, whatever. And you could feel like this Mercury retrograde feels like karma. Okay. I definitely feel that Facebook outage was a little Facebook karma, okay? So you may be facing a little bit of karma, and things can feel very unfair. And that's with the justice reverse. Things can feel very unfair. But sometimes we just got to deal with it, There you go, the tower. The tower reverse. The good thing about the tower when it reverses is we can land on our feet. See how the little people look like they're about to land on their feet? So that's the way I normally interpret the tower. We're dealing with some Mercury retrograde chaos, okay? We're dealing with that, but we're going to land on our feet, okay? We're going to be okay. Facebook got back up and running, right? After all, it did. So certain things, if your car's been breaking down, maybe it's not as expensive of a fix to fix it. Certain things like that. Maybe there was an issue, somebody got in your bank account and got some money, but the bank is going to give it back to you. Okay, so some of these things that are more of a temporary problem that can be resolved. And during Mercury retrograde, what I have noticed, these things are normally not long lasting and can resolve themselves before or, at the end of the retrograde. And some of you, the ex may come back, okay? I know this is a common thing during Mercury retrograde. The ex comes back, okay? And notice it's a reverse, which Spirit is saying, you know what? Just be like, it's nice to hear from you and all that, but I've gone on with my life and everything. It's time to part ways here, okay? We parted ways a while ago. Let's just keep it that way, okay? So yeah, sure. Two of Cups reverse is no surprise. The exes come back. They peek in how you've been doing. And some of them may have even been the narcissist, okay? The Emperor reverse for me can be the narcissist energy. We definitely do not want to take them back, okay? We definitely don't want to, if they're trying to be all sweet and this and that, come on, guys. Come on, guys. And some of you may be going a little depression, but you're going to come out of it. The reversal of the Nine of Swords is normally the depression. We come out of it. And this person is expecting the worst. Oh my God, everything's falling apart and it's just not going right. My job situation is unsteady. Everything's falling apart, breaking down, this, that. And you're going to come out of it. The reversal is don't worry about everything that could happen. That's what I usually say. Let me pull up for that one. That's a real important one. Don't sit there and worry about what could go wrong. Okay. I learned, I used to have a problem with anxiety. But then even though, I should know what's coming, but sometimes you still worry anyway, even if you are a psychic or not. But one of the things I learned is don't sit there and worry about something that can never happen. Like there were times I would sit there worried this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and then it didn't. And I sat there with all this anxiety for no reason. So it's like I was always, I sat there fearful, worried that this and that bad thing would happen, and then it never did. Okay, so what I learned to do is if I anticipate something could happen, but it may or may not, I have learned to just keep my cool. Okay, and then when the bad thing happens, say it does happen, then I'll allow myself to fall apart. Okay, then the shit hit the fan, and I will give myself permission to lose my shit. Okay, but in the meantime, I do not do that now. I don't worry about all that. Okay, so that's one of the things while all this stuff is going on, all this drama, go ahead and just, I'm not going to sit here and worry about it right now. I'm going to live in the moment. Okay, and then if the bad thing happens, then I give my permission, to myself to lose my shit. Okay, but we will get through this. The end is coming. Okay, the Six of Wands and everything. And many of you are going to come out, you know what, I made it, I survived it, here I am, I returned from the journey and everything. It was a brutal, but I won the battle. Okay, many of you are going to win the battle, okay, and you're going to be fine and everything. Now, one of the things, the night we got the Six of Cups here in the reverse. The Six of Cups is about past and nostalgia. As Mercury retrograde kind of appears to go backwards, it can cause us to face some past issues. As we're kind of notice it's parallel to the Justice card, which is the Karma card. We can have to face some past things that maybe need our attention to look back for some reason and kind of attend to something. Maybe there's something I had not wrapped up in the past, that some of these things may surface during Mercury retrograde that we need to kind of, look at, should I change something? Maybe I need to say I'm sorry to someone, that kind of thing, that kind of energy. And let's look a little bit more. Yeah, and some of you may feel, that, you may be in a position you need to stand up for yourself over something. Everybody's kind of rattled right now. And notice, it's reversed. And when I see the reversal of the Seven of Wands, this person should stand up for themselves and stand their ground, or they're going to get pummeled. Okay? They're going to get pummeled. And I see this a lot for people who want to be the peacemaker. Okay? They want to be the peacemaker of everything. And it's like, you know what? You can't do that. You can't always try to be the peacemaker. You got to stand up for your beliefs. You got to speak out. Maybe you need to defend someone. Maybe you need to defend somebody who needs defending and stuff, and say, you know what, this is not right, and so forth. So one of the things with the Eight of Wands, that has been my COVID card. I do have a reversal of it. I feel it's going to, after this Mercury retrograde, get a little bit better. But there's still a lot of things with the vaccination, and people are having conflict over. Oh, sure, expect more of that and everything. But I do feel we're going to start making a dent. The Queen of Wands is showing here, and that's, especially during this time, I've got an energy to really assert independence, especially for the ladies, to assert independence and stand up for yourself during this time. Now, I look at her, she is also a manifester. Okay, she's very independent and she's a manifester. But, and I'm probably going to pull a side card, which is going to show that. Yeah, I would say wait until any kind of manifestation that you want to deal with. This is a time to contemplate it, okay, and kind of assess situations. And after the Mercury retrograde ends, it should go in your favor, that which you want to manifest. But do not do any kind of manifestation until it's done, okay? Until it's done. Then work on all your little magical stuff and everything like that. But this is not the time to work on manifestation because it may completely tank itself. But this is a good time to contemplate manifestation. Kind of start writing your ideas out of certain things that you want to kind of bring into your world and manifest. If you want to, change jobs, or start a business. Of course, wait till after Mercury retrograde. But this is a good time to start writing the plan. Absolutely. And see that? As I say that, he's kind of planning. Okay, this is the time to rest, to contemplate, which is exactly what he's doing and exactly what I'm saying. Spirit's funny like that. We got the contemplation card. This is a time to rest and think things what you want to do, but don't actually manifest and pull that wand out until after the retrograde. If you do that, Wheel of Fortune, it's going to be very positive for you. Your manifestation is going to be solid and everything like that. But yeah, with Mercury retrograde, and see, that's what I'm saying. The Ace of Wands is reversed. Now is not the time during the retrograde to try to manifest, taking on certain opportunities and things like that. If they are presented to you, do the best of your ability to take on any kind of things, like say if it's a new job, this, that. Can you wait till after the retrograde? Let's have a good start date after it. It's just, I'm telling you, it's best to be on the safe side. You know, if you're really like, you know, you're about, or for example, you know, if you're about to sign paperwork for a new home, you might want to wait till after Mercury retrograde. You know, no big decisions. You know, this is the time to contemplate, but it's a good time to think things out, you know, and contemplate certain things that we want to do, you know, before we act. And that's what that Ace of Wands is saying. Hold on to your wand a little bit. Wait for the manifestation. We're going to be like this guy here. Okay. We're going to be like this guy. We're just going to kind of feel things out and contemplate our next move. This is the time to do that and everything. And if we do that and we wait till, you know, after the 18th, okay, then we can work on all that manifestation and everything, and it'll go in our favor. Okay, it'll go in our favor, that which we want to do. So very important with Mercury retrograde. And let's pull some oracle cards. Which deck do I want to pull from? Yeah, let's pull from Starry Beginnings. I've been enjoying this deck today. It's been a good one. So I got the card, Let Love Be Your Guide. I love this deck. Live a life from love, guided by love. So just hopefully live a life by love. Absolutely. Very positive and stuff. Now, during this time, I do have the card Embrace the Dark. So during this time, that's, you know, with Mercury retrograde, you may be facing some of the darker things, or maybe a little shadow work to be done and things like that. We just had a new moon during the Mercury retrograde. So this is a good time to maybe do that. Do a little bit of shadow work, but don't be afraid of the dark. Notice it says embrace it and so forth. Don't try to cut it out of your life. You know, sometimes we got to accept those parts of ourselves, of course. And we've got the card Be Authentic. Of course, Spirit loves to say that to everybody. Be yourself. Be authentic and so forth. Don't be afraid to be yourself and everything. Oh, that one's sticking out. What is it? Ha! That's funny. I pulled this on TikTok today. Believe in your power to manifest. And that just slid up like that. Believe in your power to manifest. Okay, so this is a good time to, like I said, I really feel this week is a good time to kind of write out your plans. You know, what you really want to manifest. We're about to go into a new year. So even if some of you are thinking next year, I want to do this, that, whatever, and this is a good time to kind of plot and plan what you really want to do and everything. But you are the manifestors. This is a good collective read for those. Everybody, to me, I really believe everybody has the power to manifest and everything like that. You know, the only thing about it is, like, people doubt themselves. You know, they doubt their ability. Now, I know with The Secret, we kind of got sold a bill of goods about manifesting just by sitting here and thinking about something. And it just, no, you got to follow up with action. You got to follow up with action and things like that. You can't just sit there and think your way through it. Manifestation really gets the ball rolling, though. Okay, it gets the ball rolling. It's all about intent. Okay, it's all about intent. But we still got to follow up with action. And I kind of noticed the Ace of Wands is right above my head. Okay, and then I've got the card Life is an Expression of You. Okay, just everything. Now, I really contemplate that a lot. Like, when I'm really focused on some of the negative stuff, I realize there's something negative in me that is focusing on that. But when I start focusing on the positive, more of the positive aspects of life and things, then I notice much more positive things that are going on in my world and stuff. And I know it's hard. I know you say, well, all these people with conflict and their hatred and this, that, how is that an expression of me and stuff? That when we kind of reflect on that and look kind of at those moments, especially of conflict, kind of reflect what kind of in ways do I possibly contribute to conflict in my own way. I'm not saying necessarily the way they're doing it, but what areas that maybe I end up in conflict situations should I work on? What about my own inner conflict and some things that I get frustrated with? And we all get frustrated with things, but everything is a little bit of a reflection of us. Remember, we all got the same divine spark. It's all the same. Okay, that divine spark is all the same, that flame and everything. We all have it within us. That's what connects us. That's what makes us one and everything like that. But we're all expressing that divine spark in different ways. We're expressing the spirit in some different way and so forth. So good read, guys. A good read. Just hold off on any serious manifestation, signing contracts and things like that. I mean, if you got to do it, you got to do it, but knock on wood if you have to. Okay. I hope you enjoy my read.